Welcome to the non-league football show. Plenty of goals, action and even a goalkeeping Rabona for you tonight. Here's what's coming up on the show. We've got defence and attack covered tonight as Frank and Jim enjoy a spacious back of the net sofa. We start the action in Hertfordshire as we see two of this season's title contenders go head-to-head as Enfield Town took on Dorking Wanderers. Two sides who will firmly believe they'll be in the race for automatic promotion come April. Enfield are unbeaten so far this season and have scored 15 goals in their 6 matches, a record only matched by Bognor Regis Town. As for Dorking Wanderers, they drew last time out with a last-minute penalty to equalise against Merstham. Jason Pryor converting from the spot. That's 4 for him so far this season. Aaron Green netted Enfield's equaliser at Wingate and Finchley last time out, and Sam Youngs is their top scorer with 3 goals. Tom Richards netted for Wanderers in their last game. He scored 2 so far this season. Not a bad return for a left-back recently transferred from Leatherhead in the summer. And it's Wanderers who get the game underway. And they're all green strip, and it goes straight out to Matt Briggs. What can he do? That's a really decent cross, and Joe Wright just needed to marshal that one and settle his side down. Long ball downfield from Wright. It's knocked down, and maybe an opportunity now for Enfield to come forward, and it is all the way into the Dorking Wanderers box. Great start from both sides, and maybe an opportunity for a shot, and this time it's Huck that just comes out and gathers the ball for Wanderers. Really bright opening start from both these sides. Again, it's Enfield who come forward, and maybe an opportunity for a shot, and what a shot it was. It was parried by Huck, and I don't think anybody was expecting that. Knocked down. And it was top scorer for Enfield, Sam Youngs, who hurled the ball towards the Wanderers keeper. Again, it's the home side who've got possession. That's a lovely ball out wide, and it'll be taken down by Tayaf, who can run at this Wanderers defence onto his left foot, still in and around the visitors' box, and maybe an opportunity for a shot. It's McShane who looks to get the ball away. Doesn't get it away far though, and still the home side with possession. Green this time looking to jinx his way into towards the box. It will come across to Sam Hutton. What can he do? Again, look for the shot, but plenty of Wanderers bodies back, and they do manage to get the ball out, but still with Enfield, who play it in once more, and the visitors really struggling to get this ball away. Lovely turn by Cheney, who looked to go down there. Referee says play on, and Enfield still come forward. Ball all the way across. It might now fall to Hatton. It does. It's gone in, and it's the first goal of the game. And it's scored by Sam Hatton for Enfield. And you have to say it had been coming inside these opening 20 minutes. Plenty of pressure from the home sides, and Wanderers just couldn't get that ball away. And it was Sam Hatton who just found some room to drill that shot low underneath the body of Slavomir Huck in the Wanderers' goal. Plenty of power on that shot. It just bounced underneath the keeper. So much pressure, and the pressure really did tell. They just couldn't get the ball away. And eventually, a great strike on the ball from Hatton gives Enfield the lead. Ball held up nicely by Pryor. He looks to play Briggs in. Really good combination they've got there, and it comes back in towards Pryor. That was a really important header. I'm sure the Wanderers' number 9 would have made absolutely no mistake of that. Just didn't quite reach him. Again, the home side look to come forward. Lovely turn there and plays the ball away. A little bit of space opening up now for Enfield. What can they do? Plays it across to Tayaf, who again looks to come into his left foot. Goes to Hatton, the goal scorer instead. Hatton all the way across to the far post, and it was just knocked away there by Cheney, who couldn't bring the ball down. Still, it's with Aaron Green. Lovely turn from him. And again, Enfield have possession in a dangerous area into the Wanderers box, and it's going to fall all the way down to Cheney, who hits it, and this time Huck is equal to the challenge. Again, it fell to an Enfield player in a dangerous area. Neat save from the Wanderers keeper. Flicked on from McShane, and Pryor had just drifted out wide there, and I think McShane was expecting him to be more central, and it's Green that can bring the ball away for Enfield now. Again, continue to create opportunities. Lovely little turn of pace by Green all the way across. Wanderers again scrabbling it away. Brilliant save from Huck. Second attempt from Hatton, just goes wide. Still it's with Enfield, and I think the referee has just blown for offside, but it was a tremendous save from Slavomir Huck. It came all the way across, and it was hit on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it was hit by Cheney. Brilliant save, and it actually fell to Tayaf, who just steered the ball across the goal. Another opportunity, fantastic save from Huck. And Enfield so close to doubling their lead. James McShane, hands on hips over the ball for Wanderers. In it comes again towards that back post. And this time it is headed on by Pryor, and it could have gone anywhere. It was cleared off the line. Really good free kick. Met by the Wanderers number 9. Just looked to steer it into that bottom corner. Great defending from Hatton. Still 1-0 to the home side, who continue to find pockets of space. Probably would have thought they could have been more than one up at half-time, but they're coming forward again now, and again they go across goal, and comfortable in the end for Huck. Another long ball downfield, and Wanderers will need to deal with this one again. It's headed back in by Johnson, and still Enfield's in and around that Wanderers box. Johnson might fancy a shot now. It's well blocked. Comes out to Cheney, who again puts the ball wide, and Tayaf will have an opportunity to deliver this one in, will he? Still a chance with Hatton. Back to Tayaf on that far side. What can he do? Ball into the middle. It's dangerous again, and again it's not cleared by Wanderers. It's bouncing around. And still an opportunity, and it's gone in, but the referee had already blown the whistle. I think it was for a push there. Neat finish from Sam Youngs, but not adding to his tally. The referee had already blown for a push. Again, it's a long ball that's won by an Enfield player, and Wanderers look to clear the ball once more, and it's up neatly towards Luke Moore, who does well to control that ball. Into McShane in the middle. A lovely flick from McShane, and Wanderers might be able to come forward now. It's a ball over towards Briggs. Keeper's out the goal. Briggs lobs him, and it's into the corner, and Wanderers do have their equaliser. A really neat finish from Matt Briggs. Gets Wanderers back into the game. It was their best move of the match. Great play from Moore into McShane. He found Beckles, and Beckles found Briggs. No mistake from the finish. Really neat interchanging from the Wanderers midfield. Plenty of room for Briggs. And Joe Wright was committed, and Briggs found the corner. Enfield have had plenty of chances in this game. They've not put it to bed, and Matt Briggs has made them pay. It's one apiece. Johnson with the long throw into the Wanderers box and goes all the way across, and plenty of bodies in there for Enfield, who look to get themselves back in front, and now it will be brought away for Wanderers. What can they do? It's with Richards on his left foot. Richards scored last time out, looks to play the ball into the middle. It's not dealt with well, maybe an opportunity for Wanderers. Great save from Joe Wright. It's still, again, looking for the lob. It's Pryor this time, looking for the opposite corner to the one that Briggs found earlier. Ball into the danger area again from Enfield, who've had so many opportunities in this game. And it's Johnson who'll whip the ball in. He does whip it in, and it's still bouncing around on the edge of the box, and this time just wide. Ferocious effort. Never going to beat Huck there. We had that corner covered. Is there a winner in this enthralling game between these two sides? It's been Enfield who've created much the better chances. It's one apiece, and maybe, just maybe, one last opportunity for the home side. Whipped all the way across, really good defending. Still with the substitute Saoud, who just takes on his man on his left foot. What can he do? Drills the ball across again. It's just away by Al-Abd, and it's almost driven into the corner. Sami Al-Abd got the ball away, only as far as an Enfield player. And it just fell to the feet there of Remy Sutton, who looked for the top corner. And he wasn't a million miles away. Enfield will feel unlucky to have not got all 3 points, and they went into the match with a clear game plan.
Yeah, it was evident that Enfield had a game plan, Ben. Pressing Dorking quite high from the start of the game made Dorking unsettled, and it wasn't as comfortable for Dorking in the afternoon, being able to play out from the back as easily. It was quite evident that they'd had them watched, and they had a research about them in terms of how they were going to stop Dorking, and they were pressing them high from the front. They were stopping the goalkeeper from playing easily into defenders. Just really disrupting their rhythm, to be honest, and just not allowing Dorking to sort of settle into the game at all. And it seemed to pay dividends to Enfield, because they ended up turning over possession easily, and they ended up winning the ball back, or at least forcing errors for Dorking to make. Only 2 goals in the game, and the first showed real patience and persistence.
Yeah, certainly. I think we was all impressed with how Enfield attacked. They pushed their fullbacks on as often as they possibly can. Leading up to the goal, there was probably a period of play leading up to about a minute of persistence in and around the Dorking box. Dorking were defending very, very well, but Enfield were persistent around that. They was looking for opportunities that they can open up the back line for Dorking, and ultimately a good ball down the left flank was then put into the danger area, and it was finished by, funny enough, one of the fullbacks, as we mentioned, getting forward into the box, and it was a good finish.
The game was dominated by those Enfield chances, but when Dorking scored, they showed real quality.
Well, I think that Dorking have got quality throughout their side, and when you allow them time to play, their first touch football here was fantastic. From Pryor back to Beckles, and a great ball over the top where Matt Briggs is going to score that all day long. And you can't look at the defender or the goalkeeper there and put any blame there. It was just a very, very well-worked goal.
One more piece of action to analyse, and this one's for you, Jim. They say that tackling is a dying art in the game, but it was most definitely not for the want of trying.
No, I mean, I think everyone knows that I base my play on the defence, and you know, I'm quite happy to show how much commitment that guy showed. They're trying to win the ball with his head, and it is funny, but it's you know, ultimately you know, an unlucky piece of defending.
Definitely one for the end of season bloopers. Next up for us, we see newly promoted Haringey Borough take on high flyers Worthing. Stephen Copping was in North London.
It's the yellow and blue of Haringey Borough Football Club that welcomes Bostik Premier Division high-flying opponents Worthing FC to Coles Park in Tottenham. The Borough are managed by Tommy Izu, who guided the club to Step 3 last season for the first time in the Borough's history after 9 years at the club. Visitors, the Rebels, have at the helm former Brighton and Hove Albion defender Adam Hinchelswood. Worthing are situated 70 miles away in West Sussex, while the hero for Haringey Borough in their recent FA Cup victory against Hitchin Town was Cameroon-born goalkeeper Valerie Pagitat. The shot stopper went on to be the hero as Borough won 3-2 in a penalty shootout. For Worthing, it's David Ajiborough who will be looked upon to pierce open this Haringey Borough defence. Ball is now in the half of the home side as the visitors, the Rebels, knocking the ball round in defence and midfield. Coming forward is Racine, gives the ball away, counter-attack for the Borough. Opportunity for Chinindu Mackenzie, great play from him. That was something out of nothing, really. He floated down that left wing, and that was a rampant start for the home side. He's delighted. Chinindu Mackenzie scored this goal. Have a look at this again. He had the pace. He outdid Alfie Young, and he outdid the goalkeeper Lucas Cabanari. And it was a really nice bit of control, but it was a cool finish. And that was a lovely, tidy first goal in this game. Worthing, 1-0 down. Ball comes in for Danny Barker to Ryle Ovenden into the semicircle. Alfie Young gets another touch. Racine knocking it forward into the half of Haringey Borough, down that right wing area now. Ball comes into the 18-yard box, right foot shot, oh, it's gone through the goalkeeper's legs. And Pagitet, the goalkeeper, Valerie Pagitet, will be disappointed with that. It was a shot from Starkey that shouldn't have caused him problems, but it's gone through his legs. And that's an equalising goal for Worthing. Have a look at this again. Ball into the box, right foot shot just outside the 6-yard area from an acute angle. And it's just gone through his legs. And it's an equaliser though for Worthing. And they'll have to do it all again, the home side, if they want to get into a lead. They played so well early on in this game, but after 29 minutes it's all square here at Coles Park. Danny Barker giving the ball away. New ball coming forward, that's a lovely ball. Ademi Loye, right foot shot was saved. It was really good smothering from the goalkeeper Lucas Cabanari. Well, Ademi Loye, head up and down, a little bit disappointed with that finish. Here's the Borough. Aresti, Georgios Aresti. Goes wide on the right hand side to Olufemi, down to the danger man, Ademi Loye. Can he get the ball back? Hustle and bustle there. Play on, says referee and the linesman. That's a late challenge. That's a late challenge. Referee, he's blown his whistle now. Starkey races down the left wing area, but there is some altercation. Some argy-bargy going on in the touchline area there. And that was a very late challenge. And there's going to be a couple of yellow cards, surely. Have a look at this one again. Oh, he's dived into him very late. I don't think it's a red, but it's certainly a yellow. And Joseph Staunton, the number 10. It's all square here, 1-1. Ball comes into the Worthing penalty area. Pushed back down the left wing by Aresti. Opportunity for... Oh, there was just on that far post. Ademi Loye, he couldn't quite read it quick enough. Just needed to be a yard or two quicker in anticipating that ball across the face of the goal. Let off there for Worthing. Free kick in this second half. Ball comes high. Borough holding the ball up well on this 3G pitch. Staunton, booked early in the first half. Dancing around this left wing area. It's a clever ball. Good play from the Borough. O'Donoghue pushing it forward. Lovely skill, wonderful control. Right for shots. Oh, that was so close. The goalkeeper did well. Cavanari, that's a super save, but a great run from Ademi Loye. Well, the tricky winger is causing all kinds of problems. Have a look at this, because he really did pierce open the defence beautifully. Lovely control, great footwork, but a super save. Goalkeeper there did really well to read that one. Cavanari in goal for Worthing. Danny Barker making a 10-yard run, then switching the ball wide on the left-hand side. Beautifully chested down as Worthing go on a good counter-attack, finding Starkey, the number 10, who's caused problems in this game. Left foot, drilled it across. Oh, that's a lovely finish. Super goal. Well, it's David Ajiboye, the player we talked about at the top of the programme, the danger man, the former Brighton Millwall player, and that was really good play from Starkey. Did so well to just take his time and then whipped in a left foot cross on the volley, and there was that man, Ajiboye. Really classy finish. Corner to the home side. The Borough whipped in to the 6-yard area, cleared by Worthing's defenders there, and it had to be. Borough whip it into the 18-yard box. A left foot shot drilled across, but that's gone a little bit too high. No need for the goalkeeper Lucas Cavanari to make a save there. But Borough certainly putting the pressure on this Worthing back line. Scott Mitchell to Aresti as they move the ball forward. Good play from Adam Loye there. Ball comes onto this left wing area. Michael Donoghue. Nice skill there from Newbell, pushing the ball into the 18-yard box. And it has to be cleared by Worthing down this right back area. Starkey holding on to the ball, goes down, picks the ball up, wanting an early free kick, but the referee's not giving it. And there's some altercation here, another little bit of a set of handbags. That's not needed, and it's not that type of game. It's disappointing to see. Looks like there's going to be what the referee will issue at least 2 cards, I would have thought. Well, that's not what we want to see in this game. The referee quite rightly giving 2 yellow cards to the Haringey Borough and Worthing players. Well, will there be one more opportunity for the Borough and Tom Izu's side to get back into this game? As the ball comes out, that's gone over the bar, has it? Yes, it has. It's gone wide. Really good opportunity. Again, not taken by the Borough. Goalkeeper, I think, did enough to put the player off as the ball is whipped in. He's lobbed it over the goalkeeper, but the accuracy wasn't there.
It was another impressive display from Worthing, and Frank, they stuck to their style of play relentlessly.
Yeah, they did. I think Adam Hinchelwood would be quite proud of his team and the way that they play football, Ben. You could see from the game's analysis that they were very comfortable in possession, not just from the goalkeeper's perspective, but all the way through the spine of the team. Defenders were comfortable with it, through to midfield and up front. They demonstrated many times during the game just how comfortable they were in keeping the ball, probing, and just looking for the most effective way to sort of counteract and go forwards, really. That was an example there of the goalkeeper playing under pressure. Again, most teams would choose to clear danger lines, but they don't. Once again, there's another example of whether or not they should clear the ball, but they don't. They choose to play out. In the end, to their detriment slightly, they end up giving a free kick away, which could be costly to them from the set piece. But it's very evident that this team, and under Hinchelwood, they have a style of play and they're going to stick to it.
And although it can be risky at times, their second goal demonstrated just how effective it can be as well.
Yeah, and this for me is goal of the season or a contender already. I know it's early to say, but in terms of the template of Worthing Football Club and how they look to play, midfielders dropping in from the goal kick, looking for that bit of movement wide, even the dummy run from the winger to sort of overlap here, but then he opts to cross in and the finish. I just thought from back to front as a template goal for Worthing Football Club, this is how they play. It was fantastic.
And Worthing had much of the possession, but many of the chances fell to the home side, and we saw some great examples of counter-attacking football.
They did, and I think that again, Haringey may feel a little bit disappointed they didn't get a result on this day. They were very, very quick on the counter-attack. Could have scored at this opportunity here, but the goal that they actually scored again was from a counter-attack. But ultimately, it led to an absolutely unbelievable piece of skill from Mackenzie, who literally, I'm a great lover of defenders, as you know, but the defender there just got mugged all inside out there, and it was a fantastic finish as well for that.
There was also a late challenge in the game that went unpunished as well.
Well, that's just comedy gold again, isn't it? And then to be hit by the ball afterwards as well, it's just let's just say it's unfortunate for that referee.
We've seen a couple of moments tonight that I'm sure will reappear at the end of the season. Plenty more action for you from across the Bostik Premier Division.
Plenty of goals in his fixture, and it was Whitehawk who scored first. Brandon O'Neill scoring emphatically on 8 minutes for the visitors. The hosts equalised through determined player by Andre McCollin, a defensive lapse from Lucas Rodriguez, gifting them their equaliser. The hosts then took the lead after a driving run and cross from Aaron Smith-Joseph met the unmarked header of Ben Pope to put them 2-1 up on 42 minutes. But soon afterwards, Whitehawk drew level from a set piece, Rodriguez making amends for his earlier mistake to make it 2-2. After the break, the visitors went back in front. James Fraser was able to loop his header over the despairing Josh James to make it 3-2 to Whitehawk. And the best was saved until last. Anything James Fraser can do, Henry Muggeridge can go one better. Whitehawk take the spoils in this exciting encounter, yet more woes though for Burgess Hill. Technical problems meant we're without goals from the first half in this game. However, we did manage to see this thunderbolt from Bognar's Dan Smith. In the end, it was another win for Bognor Regis Town. For Kingstonian, it was just another page in the growing book of discontent for the K's and their beleaguered fans. Despite still being early days, Tunbridge looked the real deal. Tom Parkinson's fine header set the tone within 33 minutes for the home side. And within 5 minutes it was 2. Poor keeping from Shane Gore gifted Sonny Miles Tunbridge's second goal on 38 minutes. But Wingate and Finchley reduced the deficit on the stroke of half-time. Tommy Tijan C was in the right place at the right time to score for the visitors. But it wasn't enough as Tunbridge took all 3 points. These two promoted sides went head-to-head last weekend, and it was the home side who would gift-wrap their opener. George Purcell was bundled in the box by Carshalton's Danny Dudley. And it was Purcell who dusted himself off and converted from 12 yards. But a home win wasn't to be for Hornchurch and some woeful home defending. It was a Route 1 ball from George Sanders. Leon Mackenzie was extremely unlucky not to finish via the post. However, Gerson dos Santos made sure he converted, and it was a share of the spoils overall for both teams. This South Coast encounter was settled via a superb James Hammond set piece on 24 minutes. Lewis very much enjoying their campaign and life so far in the Bostik Premier League. It was a valuable away win for Invicta against Bishop Stortford. Kane Rowland was able to find his feet and score on 8 minutes. And that single goal was enough for the Kent side to take all 3 points.
There were 5 away wins in the 11 games across the Bostik Premier Division, and another good win for Lewis away at Margate.
Yeah, fantastic result for Lewis. Newly promoted side from last season, and a very important win away at Margate. And sad to say that our old mate Sandman from the show last week will be displeased at that, but great win for the boys at Lewis.
And another win, a home win for Tunbridge Angels, who continue to lead the way at the top.
Yeah, despite, I suppose, conceding their first league goal of the season, they ultimately ended up 2-1 winners, which kept them top of the league. So it's a fantastic start for Steve McKeon and his side.
Whitehawk were one of those away wins. They scored 4 at Burgess Hill, and Henry Muggeridge's goal is definitely worth another viewing. Real quality.
Oh, this is a top draw finish from him, isn't it? The way the keeper's come out and he's chipped the goalkeeper, that was just absolute class from him.
We may not have got all of the goals at Bognor, but we certainly got Dan Smith's wonder strike as they beat Kingstonian 3-1.
Yeah, fantastic, and it's just an example of just one of those moments in games, Ben, that you just can't really do anything to defend. It's just a wonderful piece of skill from him.
More great goals for you now, and can you believe that August is over already and it's time for our first Goal of the Month contenders. So those are the 8 goals that you've got to choose from. We'll let you have your say on social media this week. Just search official BOTN on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also email us to cast your vote, goals@botn.tv. No prize up for grabs. It's just for fun, but we'll announce the winner next week. And although you don't get the final vote, you do get to cast your vote out of those 8 goals.
Some fantastic goals there, Ben, but my vote will go to Jamie Curiton of Stortford. I just thought it was a fantastic piece of skill. Great finish.
Yeah, and mine goes to Johnsy Smith of Lewis. The way that he brought the ball down with a long ball at the top and then took his shot off early across the goalkeeper, left him no chance.
Before we go, let's have a look at the Bostik Premier Division table, and Tunbridge Angels lead the way with 16 points. Worthing, Bognor, Enfield and Folkestone make up the playoff places. With 6 games played, it's Kingstonian, Corinthian Casuals and Burgess Hill Town in the drop zone. It is early days, but as a manager, do you pay any attention to the table after 6 games?
I think you do, Ben, in all honesty. It's not crucial at this stage, but it certainly helps for momentum to get off to a good start.
Well, I mean, we're 1/7 of the way through the season already, so those at the top of the table will be overjoyed that they're there. Those that are languishing down the nether end of the league table may be slightly worried.
That's what we have you on the sofa for, Jim, to bring out the stats for us. A big thank you to Jim Cooper and Frank Wilson. No Bostik Premier Division action for us next week, but we'll be back with a bumper show with goals and action from across the Vanarama National North and South.